Yo, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make dark ambient synthy beats for someone like Nav, Toliver, Travis Scott. So yeah, again, weird aspect ratio. I haven't edited the video that I filmed yesterday yet. I did like half of it last night, but hopefully these two videos will work well and look nice on YouTube. But if they don't, Friday's video will be a lot cuter and back to the same 1080p. Alright, yeah, so to start off, we're going to go ahead and go into the demo of Analog Labs. Just grab like a classic synth key and then start off with that, figure out some chords. So I really like this one, it's called the double loop. I think we can get a good pattern going with that and then change it up later, add some more layers. And really for these kind of melodies, you don't need like a ton of variation in the chords. You can just use like 2 or 3 chords and the melody will still sound really good. Yeah, so the BPM's a little slow, so you really got to mess around with the timing. Because if that was on like 160, that would flow really nice. But I think if I just move this over a cell, then it'll sound a lot smoother. Yeah, but I'm still going to put the BPM up to like 126. Yeah, such as the timing sounds right. That sounds good. And now this is really the whole chord progression. I might invert some stuff a little bit later on, but for now, this is what we're going to go with. And then we can go like do a really simple top line, maybe with some like fast rolls or something. But overall, keep it pretty simple and just add a bunch of layers instead. Maybe actually mess with this, maybe put that note there. Go like that. Alright, yes, that's pretty cool. That's going to be pretty much it for the first melody. Go ahead and put it over and then maybe add just like a high note in the beginning to get a little bit of variation in there, but not too much because don't want to overcomplicate it. Yeah, I actually think we're not going to add anything and just keep it how it is. But real quick, just find a different pitch, I think. Cool, so then we can go ahead, route this to 1 on the mixer, add some effects. I know I want to put ambience on this just to make it seem really big old wide sound. I don't really know how to explain it, but just like the basic ambience preset should work good, and then turn it down about halfway. Yeah, so that'll sound pretty cool. Go ahead, cut the lows, add an imager to make it feel even bigger. And then maybe some like chorus or something on it, or a detune, not really sure. All right, so yeah, then I'm just gonna have that love filter, and then maybe magic switch just a little bit. Yes, that sounds really nice. Now we can go ahead, go to playlist, click here, quick render as audio clip, and then go ahead, maybe pitch it down. Then we can go ahead and rename this. This is something I've just been doing to keep organized. This would be like the main synth key. It helps when you're working with a ton of like audio clips and not just like things in the channel rack. And then go find another sound, which I kind of already know what I want to use. It's from Analog Labs. So go back into that, grab that sound. Yeah, so again, this is a classic synth key, I believe. I think I have like a heart on it, so I remember which one it is. Yeah, it's this one called Classic Road. It's really the first one on the list. I think I used this one yesterday in a melody that was similar, and it just sounded crazy. It just has like the exact sound. So go ahead and copy and paste the first melody over. And then we want to take out all these rolls and just leave it as normal chords, but still have some like changing notes in it, just not as like drastic rolls as there is in the first melody. Yes, that's literally going to be it for the second pattern, just a slight variation, and then these will layer quite nicely together. Yeah, so I don't even think I want to add any effects on this, so I'm just going to go ahead and render this out, and then maybe actually put this over here, make it unique, see if there's a reverse chop that we can use as like a transition here and here. That first sound kind of reminds me of like You Better Move, that like the pinball sample I think it was. That just sounds crazy. Yep, that's crazy. So just to make that more smooth, we can go ahead and turn on generic bleeding and then play with the in and out knob just so it fades into that last part. Should be just about there. Maybe normalize it so we can see it a little bit better. Something like that. Yeah, so those two actually blend really nicely together. And then I think what I want to grab next is definitely a bass. So let's go into Omnisphere, grab probably the Big Fatty. That's one of my favorite basses for like these kind of melodies. Got to make sure on this one to turn the attack up to about 0.5 so you get rid of the click. Maybe copy the roll. And then maybe just simplify it a little bit for this last half. And then do more of a crazy roll, because then after this the drums would drop. Maybe put this up an octave. That's a little bit too busy for up an octave, so maybe delete that. Yeah, so we're just going to keep that last roll, turn this up, and then again, render it out. All right, so next we're going to go into Serum, and we're going to add like a sparkly, super quick roll. I know I did that, I think in both of my previous nav videos, but it worked super well. Once you put the supermassive on it, it just sounds really good. So I think I want to grab the necklace pluck from the Omega Serum Bank, free bank. I'm pretty sure. I haven't really looked at serum banks in a long time because I kind of stopped making hyperpump melodies. It's just not very fun. But we can go ahead, copy this roll, and then do that same roll, but just speed it up. And then get rid of that for this section just to keep it a little less busy. And then again, push that note up that's there, so it just transitions a little better. I don't think I want to put Supermassive on it yet, because I want it to be kind of empty to be able to add other sounds. Then I think I want to grab like a funky sounding one-shot mallet, and then just do a really fast repetitive pattern. And this will just kind of sit in the background and also speed the melody up. So there's just a little bit more energy, and overall sound a little bit better. And then maybe go up to there. Yes, that sounds cool, but I don't think the guitar is my thing. That might sound cool if we have to hold on. Okay, I think I have an idea for this, so I'm gonna put it about there. Put it up an octave, and then put halftime on it, because it's super busy with like the repetitiveness, and also the sound has that like kind of delay-ish sort of thing to it. So if we go ahead, put halftime on it, I think it should sound pretty cool. Yes, that sounds crazy, and I put it down really low, but here's what it sounds like. And we might want to like reverse this or something later to sound really cool, but overall that's just a nice little like accent texture kind of pattern, even though it's supposed to be like an energy adding fast pattern. But so now I think I want to add the Supermassive into it, just cause I don't even know why. Just my order of doing things that doesn't really make sense, but it's how I've done it for a long time, so I just keep doing it. So I just want to solo that. That's a little bit too much, so I think I want to put the warp down. Maybe the feedback. Yeah, so that's just a little bit better. I honestly couldn't tell you if I changed it at all, but it sounds a little bit cuter. Probably just placebo from turning knobs, but besides the point. So now I think I want two more sounds. One is going to be a lead from Serum. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up Serum right now just to, and then one is a one-shot guitar, maybe? I'm not really sure. I hear like a slidey boy, but I'll maybe go into the Travis Scott one-shot kit. Grab the Goosebumps guitar. Maybe that'll sound cool. And then yeah, so that'll be a nice little accent pattern. So I really like the way this melody's turning out, and then just one more sound, and then we can go ahead, mix this, arrange it, throw some cute drums on it. But I'm gonna look around Sunboy's Hypnosis Bank because I think there's leads in here that would fit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click through. So I think the final battle lead will sound good, but I want to turn off the reverb. and then just kind of like invert some notes in the second half. That F can go up to a B, keep the rolls the same, but maybe this G goes to a D sharp, maybe this goes up an octave. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for the melody. I like the way it's sounding, but I'm going to try to mix in a way where it's a little bit darker, so cutting out some of the highs, and then when we render it all up together, I'll pitch it down 1 or 2, just to give it a really dark feel. But yeah, that's going to be it. So now I'm going to start mixing and then let you know what I do on the mix. Alright, yeah, so I just finished the mixing real quick. Overall, didn't really change that much because I kind of mixed as I went, which I've been doing a lot lately, and it kind of streamlines the process and helps you like get ideas out when you hear them, like effects wise. So highly recommend trying to do that. But yeah, main synth key, I didn't really add anything. I already added effects over there. But then the pad, I adjusted the love filter so more high end is coming through, because I kind of lost the feeling that I liked in that pad when I cut out the high end. But then, like I said before, low cut and then pancake on the marimba organ, the low cut, and then the pancake, which is again the shy preset, but I switched the direction of it. So I mentioned this in the video I filmed yesterday. I don't know which one will come out first, but now these are panning in opposite ways, so they kind of like switch and swap through your ears, which I always think is a really cool feeling. So yeah, and then finisher micro on the infinity preset to give it that sparkle, halftime, and then I boosted the highs because it got halftime, so there's a lot of lows missing, so brought those back in. Then nothing on the like dreamy pluck section, I just pitched it up an octave, and then on the guitar, reverb, chorus, and then a low cut and cut the highs too. Lead, I just kind of boosted the highs a little bit, and then added shaper box for kind of like an alt section for like an intro or like a break in it or something. But it's basically what I did in the video that I filmed yesterday, but it's a volume like sidechain and then just like a filter automation that I found. Overall sounds really cool. And then for the bass, fruity fast distort on the stock preset, and then cut the highs so it gets rid of some of that distortion, but there's still some that comes in right here, so it still does give it the cool distorted feel. So now we can go ahead, split by channel, go ahead and arrange this out so it sounds rather nice. So I kind of vaguely know what I want to do. So I want to do something like this, like that, have this come in here, go out, come back in, that, have this cut out for the intro so there's like breaks in it almost, something like that. Do the same thing here, maybe take it out completely there. And then go ahead and automate that shaper box like I said before, and then maybe it comes in for like this back section as well, just for half of it. And then I also think I want to add a love filter for the section where the shaper box isn't in. So just go like this. Go ahead, automate that. Automation is like one of the most underrated things. Like I've been doing it a ton and my melodies have just gotten so much spiced up. Like I keep mentioning this video that I don't know what order these will come out in, but the piano video I did, that automation on the dreamy like synth, that was just crazy. I like that so much, but yeah. Yeah, so I want to go ahead and add some kind of texture. So I'm gonna go into that. Fabo one-shot kit that I found on the Reddits and just grab this Gotham texture. That sounds pretty cool. Just kind of fill it up a little bit. Go ahead, stretch it, and then put it there. just add one more little transition thing. Grab this one. And just have it play real low. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the melody. Really like the way this turned out. I think it's like complex, but not too complex. So yeah, go ahead, lay out the stems, render it out. Probably pitch it down one, I think. I'm not completely sure, but I think down one will sound snazzy. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, render this out. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, pitch this down one, and then I'm gonna add the low cut automation I would normally do when I do the drums just in here. So I'm gonna go ahead, click it, route it to the mixer. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for the melody. I think we're in G minor now. So I'm going to go ahead, save this, get started on the drums, and then do the outro. Alright, yeah, so that's pretty much it for the video. I think the drums came out pretty good. I like the two different hi-hats. That sounds pretty cool. But yeah, sorry if this video looks weird, but it'll change on Friday if it does. But yeah, I'm gonna take a nice warm shower and then cold at the end so I stay awake and not fall asleep. Make some more loops. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Here's the final beat.